mass group members to the reason how you concluded. Okay? All right. So I'm gonna move to the just a second of the chat. Where the chat? Here you go. Okay, so which of the following bind with nuclear receptor? Okay, send the answer through chat.
Ya, kirimkan sesuai format tadi ya, grup 1 misalnya question 1 apa jawabannya. Salah bener nggak apa-apa ya, Dek, buat belajar sama-sama. Jadi jawab aja sesuai jawaban grup kalian.
No answer yet. What's wrong?
Please, each group have to send the answer based on the group discussions. Put it on chat.
Group A7B, A6B, B5B, A2B, A4B. Okay, all others. Everybody sent a result? Okay. Yes. Okay. All group selected B. Of course, cortisol is a steroid hormone, which is lipophobic, so it can close the membrane so easily, so it bind with nuclear receptor. Others are all peptide hormones. Actually, anybody know which molecule is smallest among A, C, D, E? Which molecule is everybody knows which molecule is smallest? TRH, adrenaline, dopamine, growth hormone. Which one is smallest? You can send the chat. Which one is smallest? You can send through the chat. Anyone? Which molecule is smallest? Actually, there are two answers. Could you send through chat? You know, making mistake is not a shame, okay? Not answering my question is more shameful. Understand? You have to think. Send through chat. Which molecule is smallest? Why no one?
Is
Ayo,
it
jawab.
dopamine? Is it dopamine, Prof?
There is nothing. No answer? Okay, someone said TRH. Nice try. Anyone else? Dopamine? Growth hormone? Dopamine? Okay, only 3, 4. 2 dopamine, 1 growth hormone, 1 TRH. Is that all? Okay. TRH is very small. Growth hormone is rather big. It consists of many amino acids. I don't remember, but it's more than 20 amino acids. Growth hormone is actually biggest. TRH is also the peptide hormone, but it has only 3 amino acids, gluhispro. Adrenaline and dopamine is made from tyrosine or phenylalanine. So both of them is derivative of amino acid. the size of adrenaline and dopamine is almost the same. Okay, so either adrenaline or dopamine is the smallest. Okay. Next, this is a little bit difficult. Which of the following is not common mechanism of action of nuclear hormone receptors? A, modulate transcription, B, binding with specific ligand, contains zinc in the receptor molecule, locating the cytoplasm with a ligand binding to hormone response element of target gene. Okay, which one is not common? Go ahead. This is a bit difficult. Send through chat. Wow. Wow. Everybody should select D. Excellent. 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 Yes. Okay. So nuclear hormone receptor modulate the transcription. Also, nuclear hormone receptor bind with specific ligands such as cortisol, thyroid hormone, estrogen, and the zinc finger is a common molecule. And of course, receptor bind with hormone response element, but target gene. So D is not correct because some receptor locate in the cytoplasm without ligand binding. For example, glucocorticoid receptor is located in the cytoplasm. However, thyroid hormone receptor is located in the nucleus, even without the ligand binding. So it really depends on the nuclear receptor. Okay, number 3. Which of the following is secreted from zona glomerulosa of adrenal cortex? Go ahead. Question number 3. C. Wonderful. Okay. All groups. All groups selected C. Yes. Aldosterone is secreted from zona glomerulosa. Okay. How about cortisol? Cortisol is secreted from where? Which zone? Cortisol? Anyone can answer? Cortisol is secreted from which zone? Yeah. Yes. Great. Yes. Yes, zona fasciculata. Cortisol is zona fasciculata, and DHE is zona reticularis. And the adrenaline is secreted from the adrenaline secreted medulla. Okay, angiotensin is not secreted from adrenal gland. Okay, question 4. Which molecule is not filtrated from the glomerulus? Question number 4. Okay, everybody answered C. Yes, it is correct. Urea is much smaller, so glucose is smaller. Hemoglobin, you have to be cautious about hemoglobin because hemoglobin is smaller than albumin, and it is uh, filtrated from the glomerulus. But it binds tightly with haptoglobin. Okay. Hemoglobin itself can filter the glomerulus, but in blood, hemoglobin can bind with haptoglobin, and because of this tight connection with haptoglobin, hemoglobin is seldom filtrate from the glomerulus. Hemoglobin has very tricky role, so it may clot or it may aggregate in the renal tubule and causing some problem. So hemoglobin, there is other mechanism to inhibit hemoglobin from filtration. Okay, and immunoglobulin light chain can be filtrated. Okay, I have another question. Albumin is large among these proteins. Albumin is largest, but still it is smaller than pore size of the glomerulus. Understand? The size of hole is larger than the size of hemoglobin, albumin. But still, albumin cannot filtered in the glomerulus. Can anybody tell me why albumin cannot be filtrated, although the size of the pore is larger than albumin size? Anyone can tell me? Wow. Any other question? It has negative charge. Any other idea? But it is correct, yes. So the glomerulus has two barriers. One is size barrier and charge barrier. Okay, so the size barrier is about nanometer in width, and charge barrier membrane of the glomerulus is charge minus, as someone said. So Tanya Putri said that it's negatively charged. Okay, then anion gap increases with which? Okay, go ahead. Anion gap increases with which? Question 5. Okay, everybody said D. Excellent. Yes, it is true. So everybody knows what anion gap means? Can anybody write down the anion gap equation? Can anybody write down anion gap and send to the chat? Anyone? No one? Why you understand, you get answer without writing the anion gap? Anyone can write down the anion gap? Yes, that's right. Anybody can write down the okay. Right? Yes, that's right. Yes. Uh Hassan wrote correct one. So yes, anion gap is sodium. Sometimes you add potassium as well, but the positively charged uh, ion minus negatively charged ion. And the increase in anion gap means addition of organic uh, ions. So among these five, only ketone body is organic anion. Okay. Metabolic acidosis, sometimes anion gap could be increased, but there is no, sometimes it does not change. Sodium ion decrease, anion gap decrease. Chloride ion increase, also anion gap decrease, right? Bicarbonate ion also. So the D is correct. Okay. Question number 6. Glucose is reabsorbed from the renal tubule through which? Question number 6. Okay. Yes, correct. So SGLT2 is expressed at the inner surface of the renal tubule, and glucose is reabsorbed. Okay, so by the way, where where SGLT1 is expressed? Anyone can tell me? SGLT2 is renal expressed in renal tubule in human. How about SGLT1? How about, okay. Okay, Tanya says intestine. Andrea says small intestine. Any other idea? Small intestine is a place where SGLT1 is expressed. So to cure type diabetes mellitus, SGLT2 specific. Okay. SGLT specific inhibitor, or not all, for diabetes mellitus treatment is important. Okay. SGLT2, inhibition of SGLT2 facilitate glucose to secrete, for glucose to secrete into urine, right? So inhibitor of SGLT2 is usually used to treat diabetes mellitus. Okay. Okay, also I have another question. Which molecule is regulated by insulin? SGLT2, 1, 2, GLT1, GLUT1 to 4. Which molecule is regulated by insulin? Which expression molecule? Expression, which molecule is regulated by insulin? Okay. 3 people, 3 students, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. Okay, great, 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 great. Yes, good for is regulated by express good for is regulated by insulin. So which organ express GLUT4? Which organ express GLUT4? Which organ express GLUT4? Pancreas. GLUT4, which organ express GLUT4? Adipose. Muscle, skeletal muscle, skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle. Okay. There is 2 important organ in which GLUT4 is expressed. Okay. One is skeletal muscle or cardiac muscle also, but skeletal muscle, GLUT4 is expressed. Other is adipose tissue, also express GLUT4. Pancreas is a source of insulin. Okay. Of course, pancreas can sense the glucose and pancreas can uptake the glucose, but not through GLUT4. Pancreas absorb glucose through GLUT2. Okay, beta cell can absorb glucose, but the GLUT2, not GLUT4. Okay, all right, move. Metabolic alkalosis is induced by which? Okay, question number 7. Okay, E. Everyone, E. Okay, all right. So, metabolic alkalosis, everybody answered E. Metabolic alkalosis is induced by, yes, aldosterone hypersecretion. Aldosterone activate the secretion of hydrogen ion. So aldosterone hypersecretion causes metabolic alkalosis. In case of diarrhea, intestine juice contain a lot of HCO3. So secretion diarrhea can cause metabolic acidosis by losing the HCO3. Renal failure. Why renal failure cause metabolic acidosis? Anybody can answer? Why renal failure cause metabolic acidosis? Why renal failure cause metabolic acidosis in general? Anyone? Anyone can tell me? Yes, can you help repeat the level? Because it makes body produce too much acid. Yeah. Any other? Body is not getting rid of enough acid because kidney can't remove excess acid. Okay. You have to remember, we always have excess acid rather than alkali. Okay, for example, we eat protein. It consists of amino acid. So it contains so many acids, right? For example, or we do exercise. Then we produce lactic acid, which is also acid. Catalysis of glucose can produce CO2, and CO2 is usually secreted through lung, but some CO2 can be changed to H plus, which is also secreted into kidney. So our body is always I'm sorry. Okay, we always take too much acid, okay, particularly amino acid, glucose, okay. So renal failure, uh, kidney is the only place where most H plus is secreted, okay. So renal failure causes metabolic acidosis. As I told you, heavy exercise can produce lactic acid, so it can cause metabolic acidosis. Okay, renin directly mediates A, B, C, D, E. Okay, question 8. Go ahead. Question 8. D, 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 D. Okay. Okay. All right. So, everyone, correct. So, renin convert angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1. Okay. Increase angiotensin receptor levels? I don't know. I don't think so. Binding angiotensin to its receptor, no, angiotensin does not have, it is not mediated by renin. And the activation of intracellular cascade of angiotensin is nothing to do with that. Anyway, do you know the name of substance angiotensin 1 to convert responsible for the conversion of angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2? Anyone knows the name of C? Anybody know the name of number C? No one knows? This is also very much involved in COVID. No one knows the name of substance C? Yes. Yes. Usually people said ACE, angiotensin converting enzyme, is a name. And angiotensin converting enzyme is strangely expressed in lung. Okay. And interestingly, ACE is a receptor. It's quite strange, but angiotensin converting enzyme is a receptor of coronavirus. So coronavirus can bind with ACE and enter into the cell. So do you know anyone knows which organ expressed ACE highest? Anyone knows which organ expressed highest level of ACE? This is also very important because kidney. ACE, angiotensin converting enzyme, is highly expressed in certain organ. Yes, lung. Yes. We have a drug to treat hypertension. One is angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor, or angiotensin angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor, or angiotensin two receptor antagonist. Both these two are very important drugs to cure hypertension. And there's a serious side effect in ACE inhibitor sometimes because ACE, angiotensin converting enzyme, is highly expressed in the lung. So side effect of ACE inhibitor is a dry cough. So and also because ACE is highly expressed in the lung, COVID infection is also serious in lung. Okay, so people have a very severe respiratory distress and some of them die. Okay, please keep in mind, this is also important. Okay, move to number 9. Other than cortisol, which of the following is regulated by ACTH? Question number 9. Number 9. I thought it's very difficult, but how come everybody can give me a correct answer? Someone took a look of the question last year. Anyway, everybody correct. This is very important also because congenital adrenal there's a disease named congenital adrenal hyperplasia, in which cortisol and some aldosterone also synthesis is inhibited due to the enzyme abnormalities. In such case, negative feedback of ACTH is regulated only by cortisol. However, DHEA secretion is stimulated by ACTH. So, with the absence of cortisol due to enzyme deficiency, ACTH level goes up, then DHEA goes up. So, particularly in female phenotype may change to male phenotype because of high DHEA, which is a group of testosterone, androgen level. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the question number 10. Which area of marine table reverse the most water? Okay, question number 10. Okay. All right. Yes, proximal tube. Anybody knows how much water, how much percent of the filtrated water is reabsorbed in the proximal tube? How much percent is reabsorbed in proximal tube after filtration in glomerulus? 65 to 70. Any other question? Any other answer? Okay, yes, yes. 65. Yes, roughly 70. Roughly 70. 65 is also fine. So 65 to 75% of water is reabsorbed in the proximal tubule without any hormones. Okay? And other 15% to 15 to 20% is reabsorbed by the descending loop of Henle. Then in distal tubule, in the collecting duct, other 10% or less is regulated by both aldosterone and vasopressin. Okay. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? Not really? No question? Okay. Let's take a break. 10 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes break is fine. All right. We can start at 3:30. Maybe a little later than 3:32 or something. Oh, sorry. In your case, 1:30. 1:30, 1 or 1:32 or something like that. Okay, let's take a 10-minute break.